Hey everyone, this is Sean, and someone I know actually asked me the other day how you do a podcast. And because I have my podcast, the Saving Your Future podcast, I'll link that in the description below. It's based on my book, Saving Your Future. Basically explains the different ways that you can save and prepare yourself for financial security in the future. But basically, the person asked me how I do my podcast, and there's many different ways to do it. So I'm going to show my setup, and then I will also go into basically other kind of things that you can use if you want to go a different setup, because there's not only just one. But I'm going to show my setup, and then I'll show you how to do various other types of setup and other things that you can do if you want to do a podcast. So let's get into it. I'm going to do this linearly. I'm going to go start with where you start all the way through to how it's captured and everything like that. So everything from my microphone through how the sound is captured with the microphone through how to record it. The first thing you're going to need if you want to do a podcast is a microphone. So if you want to go real inexpensive, Neewer has a couple of good microphones, and this is the NW700 and NW800. And I'll link where you can buy those in the description below. I will also link a video to my testing where I showed how I use this microphone. I used this for one or two of my podcast episodes. Didn't think it was the best. So from there, like I say, I got a stand here as well. I bought this stand on eBay. Really inexpensive. There's a model on that's called Noon, I guess, Noon. So you can get something like this and it'll adjust. You can tie this down tighter over here and adjust your microphone accordingly. You could have this as a desktop microphone. Now, one of the things you're going to find is that when you're doing your recording, the closer your mouth is to the microphone, the better. The other thing that you're going to need, though, is some kind of windscreen to prevent any popping, okay? So you can get your foam windscreen or, any other type as well. So this is not the microphone I use every day, but this is where you start with a microphone. And I recommend an XLR microphone. But there's also USB microphones if you're just recording into the computer, so that's an option as well. So the microphone I actually use is this one here. It's the AKG P120. There's also the P220, so there's other models as well. I have this little pop filter that goes in front of it. And pop filter's nice because what you can do is put your nose right up against it, have it a certain distance, and you can record accordingly. And you're getting the same level of speech each time. If you're as far away as, where I am right now doing this, you're not going to pick up great sound. These microphones are designed to be very close to them. And then you're going to need a set of headphones. I have these Sony headphones that I've had for years. They work perfectly great, and I really enjoy using these. But, some set of headphones, either earphones, something to monitor your sound. Then from there, you're going to need some kind of microphone holder. Maybe the set that you order, like some of the Neewers come with a set. So kind of like this thing here, where you clip the microphone into place. You'll want to have something like that. And I'm going to show you the other end of this, the XLR input. So that's this guy right here. It's the 3-pin. And then you're going to need your XLR cable. So this cable here looks just like that. It has the 3 holes that go into those 3 pins. And so that just plugs in the other side of your microphone right here. Now you can go real crazy and spend a lot of money on microphones. I know one of the best one is a Shure. I can't remember the number for it, but I'll link that in there too. This could be several $100s. And if you're really serious, then maybe you want to spend several $100s. But I think I paid about $80 for this microphone. Then you have your boom stand. So this boom stand, again, was very inexpensive. It came with one of the microphones, not with this microphone, but one of the other Neewers that I bought. So I got the whole kit. Like I said, I'll link that if you want to go with the Neewer route. And I have that attached to my desk. And then the other end of my XLR cable then goes down here to my Zoom H4n. And so that plugs right in here. You can actually plug 2 XLR microphones in here. So on the other side of this is the opposite side of the XLR. So it's basically this guy right here. If you wanted, you could simply just capture the sound right into your SD card and then take that out later and put it into the computer. And then, basically pull the sound off that card and into the computer and go from there. So that's an option for sure. But the way I do this is I actually then plug this mini USB port that's over here. I plug that into here, and that will then power this Zoom. And then what I do with that is I have that as a USB going into my computer. I have it because I have the Microsoft Surface that goes into my hub and then into the computer. Then from there, once your computer is turned on and you have this plugged in, you can go on this device here. And again, if you want more of a tutorial on this, you could then select audio input and then connect that to your computer. And then from there, you're going to need to go to your computer and have some kind of editing software. So the least expensive, or I guess nothing's less expensive than free, but the free software that you can get is called Audacity. Audacity is coming up right here on this monitor. And essentially, this software allows you to record and essentially create your podcast recording from here. So I'll just real quickly show you that I can go into here and I'm just going to do a real quick test. And so as you can see, I'm starting to record, but because this is far away from the microphone, you'll see how quiet it is. Now I'm going to bring the microphone closer to my face or my face closer to the microphone. And as you can see, as I do that, the sound goes up. And you pretty much just record as you go along. And then from there, you would stop it at the end of your podcast. You can stop and pause in between if you kind of lost your train of thought or you have to change something. Or as you can see there, I just let it go a little bit short, let it go blank for a second. And then once I recorded what I wanted to record, I can go back and then stop this. And I can go in here and edit pieces out, put pieces in, do whatever I need to do to, adjust it accordingly. So essentially, that's all you need. The equipment that I used for my podcast setup, like I said, is my microphone, I think, cost me probably about $75, $80 used. You can get some background noise. The other thing I want to point out is that you're going to want to move your computer far away from your microphone as you can, because a couple episodes I didn't do that. And when the fan kicks in on my computer, the microphone will definitely pick that up. You also want to make sure you control for room noise. So if you have air conditioning, you may want to turn that off and such. But that's basically it. I just use the microphone to the XLR cable. Like I said, I plug in my headphones to here to monitor the whole situation while I'm recording, so I know that I got the right volume, the right sound. That goes into the USB input to my computer, and then I use Audacity as my software. So let me know if you have any questions. Post them in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to answer the questions for you. But that was a quick rundown of my podcast setup. Thanks for watching.